Hello, YouTube. I've got something to say real quick. Alright? There are people out there that are trying to say that the Orlando shooting was a hoax. They try claiming that all of these mass shootings are hoaxes. I guess until it happens to them, they think it's a hoax. The latest one is this Orlando one. There's people out there saying, well, this guy was an actor, that guy was an actor, the people on TV were actors, some of the victims were actors, that there's companies out there that perform these mass casualty drills, which is true. But to say that these people are all actors and this is all hoaxed because they're actors. We found out they're actors. As if actors don't live in Orlando. As if actors aren't gay and go to gay bars in Orlando. It's just sickening. It's sickening. They poke holes through all this stuff. I mean, it's the same people that said 9/11 was a hoax. That the Pentagon was shot with a missile, not a plane. That, you know, this or that or whatever reason, you know, they say it was a hoax. They say this is a hoax. And they're trying to say that lack of emotion on some of the people interviewed is cause for this to be a hoax. Oh, you know, my relative who lost their relative is still crying to this day, and that was 10 years ago. So this person who just lost somebody the night before and is not crying cannot possibly be real. They say stuff like that, and it's sickening because people deal with loss, especially tragic loss, in different ways. Some people joke about it. Some people are in shock that they don't cry for a couple weeks until reality sets in that it really did happen. It really happened. There's people dead. My friend is gone. Okay? Other time, I mean, I know personally. I lost a coworker. It was my supervisor. He committed suicide. And I instantly felt the loss. And I cried. Last year, I lost my dad. Lost my dad to cancer. I cried at his funeral. I didn't cry on the airplane ride to my mom's house. I didn't cry in the car on the way to my mom's house. In fact, you can watch. My wife's got video of me lighting fireworks on the 4th of July. My dad's funeral was the Monday after the 4th of July. And I was launching fireworks, having a good time. Oh, he can't possibly have lost his dad for real. He wasn't even crying. Well, it's because people cope in different ways. Okay? I know Father's Day, the 26th of this month, and the 4th of July. All 3 of those days are going to be very hard on me. Very hard. Because I talked to my dad on Father's Day, just briefly. He passed away on the 26th. And the 4th of July weekend was when I was up for the funeral. So it's going to be hard. And it's going to be hard every year. But because I'm not crying at Thanksgiving time, or I'm not crying at my dad's birthday, or I'm not crying constantly about my dad, people cope different. People have different reactions to death. The sudden death compared to, you know, the long drawn out. You're ill, you're dying, you're still dying, you finally die. So, these people think it's a hoax. I know that's their way of... Hold on, Jeff. Hold on, Jeff, I'm on a video. Alright? So, I don't know why people do what they do. I mean, maybe that's their way of coping. Is to look at this and say, that can't be real. I mean, when I first saw 9/11 video footage, I was not in the country. I was out somewhere else, and somebody woke me up and said, "Hey, you guys see this?" I'm like, "See what? What's on TV?" And when I first saw it, it looked like a movie. It looked like something Steven Spielberg or one of those other guys out in Hollywood would produce. A plane flying into the building, and then the building starts catching on fire and then collapses. It didn't dawn on me that it was real. My wife's reaction quickly was, get the kids out of school, bring them home, so I could feel safe. So they could feel safe. Not realizing that the attack was in New York. My wife was in Florida at the time. But that was her reaction to the events. My reaction was, oh, they're attacking big city. And they're using planes. They're not going to attack small town USA, middle of Florida. They're not going to attack small, medium-sized towns with anything. So please, carry on. Just put your kids back in school and deal with it. I mean, it was an attack on New York. See, I thought logically right away on that one. This one here, again, it just baffles me that people think that somehow actors are not, especially these. I mean, these weren't big name actors; these were small time actors. Oh, they had a part in a movie once. They're actor wannabes. They flipped out. This guy flipped out. Actor wannabes happened to be at a gay bar. Gee, imagine that. Actors being gay. Just like anybody else in this country. People, I mean, there are gay people out there. And there are gay actors, just like there's gay construction guys, just like there's gay police officers, just like there's gay teachers, just like there's gay homeless guys without jobs. Alright? But yeah, it's just amazing what people think. People try and claim it's a hoax. I, for one, believe this. They say it's a hoax because it's a way to push a crisis and get gun control before Obama leaves. I mean, logically that sounds logical, but no, this is too real. It's too real to be totally acted. Too real to be just a push by the government to push gun control. And like I said in my wife's video, this isn't about gun control. This ain't about, his target being the gay and lesbian community. This is about his radicalization in a sector of Muslim belief that believes killing others is a good thing. Killing non-Muslims is a good thing. His dad, and these hoax people never talk about the fact that his dad spews hatred, extremist viewpoints on his web channels, his TV slot that he purchased for Arab TV, for Afghan TV. So yes, he was radicalized. He may have been born in the U.S., but he was looked at by the FBI 3 times. Where's the hoax part in that? There isn't any. If this was truly a hoax, this guy would have came out of nowhere. They wouldn't have picked somebody that was looked at 3 times by the FBI. Or the California one. She was looked at multiple times by the FBI. Nothing to hold him. Because in this country we still have this thing called you cannot be committed of a crime unless you've done a crime. Okay? I can verbally say I'm going to kill somebody. And yes, I'll get into some trouble. But you can't hold me forever on freedom of speech. You can hold me on giving materialistic things to people to commit the crime. Now, I'm not talking about gun sellers selling the gun to the gun purchaser who then later decides to use it as a weapon. No, I'm talking about I give him transportation, I give him a car, I give him all this, knowing that he's going to do it. Right? Unless I act upon it. Okay, if I start buying up bomb-making material, then yeah, I'm going to get busted for producing bombs in my house. Because I'm actually starting to do something. But just to say something? I mean, I remember as a kid, we would say stuff like that, never really meaning it. Today's world, you can't tell the real meaning and not the real meaning. But we are trying to live in a minority report, where if 2 people believe it's a duck, then go arrest them for being a duck. Alright? If 2 out of 3 says it's going to happen, then yes, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and arrest the guy for about to do a crime. We don't live there. We're not doing that. In fact, we'd have more jails than we would have houses. Seriously, every house would be a jail if that was the case. Because all of us have thought about doing something bad sometime in our life. Whether it's taking something from somebody, whether it's hurting somebody for some reason. Alright? There's been times my neighbor dog would come around and poop in my yard. And my thought was, someday I'm going to shoot that dang dog for pooping in my yard. Well, I guess I'm going to be arrested for animal cruelty. Even haven't done it. So, that's my take on it. This isn't a hoax. These aren't hoaxes. These are real. But it's politicians' way of knee-jerk reaction to quickly ban things. As if these guys wouldn't have used a knife. Or a bomb. I'm just saying. Right? In Northern Ireland, or in England, politician killed with a stabbed and shot. Now, in the UK, you're not allowed to have a gun. Gee, imagine that. The guy was a criminal. He bought a gun somewhere else and smuggled it into the country. Got smuggled into the country. You can't stop the criminals. You can make it hard on them, but don't take it away from the innocent. Don't take it away from the law-abiding citizens. Let's take it away from the criminals. Let's find out why these guys are thinking these bad thoughts. Why these guys want to hurt people. Don't ban guns. And this wasn't a hate. If it was true that this guy was, even though he was married, he was also gay, which in the, I guess, definition is bi, then it's not a hate crime. Unless he hated himself. Just saying. Alright. Stay cool. Agree to disagree. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Like. Comment. Subscribe. Tell your friends about me. And I will see you next time.